Hello everyone, it's Stray Faye here with another episode of Olympia Soiree. We are getting on with Riku's rat. We are in what, like chapter 4? We still haven't sparked a romance between him, although we did see a cute CG of him eating a hamburger with Taifuku. That was an odd new take on him. And yeah, we also had some heavier topics on the last episode as well, though, about the Hazushi. We met a lady of the red who is having a relation with a man of the Otsu, but we're keeping her secret from the military for obvious reasons. And her despair about not being with the man that she wants to love. And then Byakuya going on kind of a tangent manhunt for maybe Lord Hiroko can fix this issue, and then the result being well, either no one knows where Hiroko is, or he's not gonna help any, and he's just kind of stuck in one place. Either he doesn't exist, or he's some non-human entity that can't really interfere anyway. Alright, anywho, let us get on with the next chapter. The dance are revealed, so Byakuya's finally gonna realize who Riku is, and this will probably finally spark some romance. Alright, now we're starting off by talking to Kuroba. Oh boy. Oh, you're here. I'm the new director now. Call me Sir Lord Kuroba. Okay. Does this mean Akaza is out? He's at Ashanaton. If you got some letters, you can show them to me. Okay, he's just taking over. Where'd the secretary go? I have two, both going to the yellow. Then let me have a look. I wonder if they will ever find something that's bad. That's incriminating. Kuroba hummed to himself while reading the letters. As I watched him, I couldn't help myself from asking him a question. Would it be really difficult to reconsider the Hazushi penalty? What are you plotting this time? I mean, in other routes we couldn't do much about it. Even Tokisada, the best we could do is use our wedding as an excuse to bring people to the surface for a day. You really are honest, you know? You can't seem to keep your mouth shut on anything. Well, that's rude. It's because of, Kaina. I'm sorry to bring up your name, Kaina, but I promised not to tell anyone about Satsuki and Yogi. Okay, well, I guess he's already been arrested, so. I'm helping Akaza prep the documents to try and fight it, but I doubt it'll get us anywhere. Yeah, Akaza's already tried many petitions. I heard about that. Let me ask you another question. Is execution unavoidable if someone is deemed a Hazushi? Kinda is living proof of an exception being possible, but most can't avoid that fate. But how is the crime determined? For example, you could just have people walking together who are friends. Well... Kuroba gave me a meaningful look to catch him in the act. What is it? They can be arrested if there's proof that sexual relations have taken place. Yeah, either they catch him in the act, or I guess if someone gets pregnant. Although I don't know if they have in-womb paternity tests. Although I guess if the woman wasn't married, adultery would be enough of a crime for these people. Yes. Of course, eye contact, talking, and holding hands are enough to go on, but most Hazushi are secretly reported under the guise of crime prevention reports. Yeah, someone who knows them rats them out. Crime prevention reports, information given to the military detailing suspicion of a crime. It is most often used to report residents suspected of having illegal relations. Those who report wrongdoings leading to capture are awarded 100,000 yen. So yeah, it pays to destroy people's lives. Secretly reported? Wait, that means The reward is 100,000 yen. Who knew the price of life was so cheap? Yeah, I mean, convert that to dollars. Usually I think of like a yen as like a cent. So that'd be like $1,000. $1,000 to like destroy like 2 people's lives. The people who submit those reports must feel like they're real heroes. They protected their color class after all. I almost glared at Kuroba but stopped myself. I mean, he's saying this sarcastically. He hadn't done anything wrong. All he did was give me another piece of information about this island. What that means is, even the rookies in the military are on the lookout. They'd probably nab a couple as soon as they walked into a room. In the name of Lord Hiroko, I promise that I've not engaged in physical relations with Yogi. The Hazushi flout the rules of the color system. That's considered a cardinal sin on this island. Yeah, but then like, they kill people of like the primary colored classes though too, right? Like, doesn't that like inadvertently lower the gene pool? Makes it harder for them to maintain the system. The Kodawari can participate in interrogations for ordinary crimes, but the Hazushi are fully controlled and executed by the military. That'd be under Riku, right? Due to the severity of Hazushi crimes, they are given the right to arrest and execute suspected Hazushi without submitting the formal interrogation process by the Kodawari. That seems easy to abuse, Akaza and I aren't fond of that rule, but the military is full of color purists who can't be convinced otherwise. Really? The only person in the military that I had spoken with was Riku of the Blue. I mean, he's like, seems to be a man of justice, but that's not true of everyone. My mind lingered on the thought. And if you thought that was bad, listen to this. Only the primary and secondary classes are allowed to serve in the military. Yeah, another abuse of power. Like, very easy to abuse your power there. The Ko and Otsu classes can enlist, but they only go as high as soldiers as best. Worse still, primary classes are given priority to higher positions like colonels and lieutenants. Things changed when Akaza became director here. He seeks out talent from all the color classes and hires them for any position that needs it. It was considered an honor for the men of this island to enlist in the military after graduating with flying colors from Nintoku University. We got another glossary entry, Military 3. Proudly composed of mainly primary and secondary color classes, they are highly discriminatory towards other classes. While Ko and Otsu may enlist, they cannot be promoted to higher ranks. Okay. What did you just say? Was? The only school on this island was Nintoku University. Wait, there's a new one, right? By Shura. Only men were admitted, and among them, only the best and the brightest. Was until now. I want everyone to consider it an honor to join the Kodawari instead, though the word honor is pretty pompous. I just want everyone to be proud of the idea that every color has equal rights. Kuroba's eyes were gleaming with the pride he spoke of. The military and the Kodawari, I thought they were similar, but they seem to be very different now. Thank you for sharing that information with me. There's so much to learn. You're welcome, and here. Letters look good. Well, be careful doing your deliveries. Thank you. I'll be going now. I put the envelopes in my bag and headed out. Graduating from the university and joining the military. Sounds like Riku. I can imagine him with a pile of books and working hard at his studies. Speak of the devil, it's Riku. He was walking down the street with a stern expression. Maybe he's on his way to Kanado from the military headquarters. I suggest that you gain Riku's trust, given his position in the blue. Might give us some more wiggle room. He's of the blue and of the military. You also saw him eat hamburger with smile on face. You really aren't scared of people, are you? Yeah, Ona must be really kind. Oh my, you said Byakuya is kind without knowing it. He was smiling and treating Daifuku so well back then. So I'm sure he's a nice person. He just hides it behind a frown. Mr. Soldier! He's like, hello. What is it? I'm sorry to stop you like this. I wanted to talk to you again about the dancer at the Blue. No, thank you. Wow, just slap that down. Mention the hamburger. You quickly stopped me before I could finish my sentence. I'm not giving up so easily. Please, can you just listen? I think it would benefit the island if I could refine my dancing skills. Then practice on your own. Please, all I need is his name. I can search for him myself. Please stop. Well, what can I do to change your mind? Cease this at once. I will not give you his name. Please, I really want to meet this person while we're arguing in the street. That is unnecessary. Give up already. Riku, you're the one who should give up. She's gonna get her way no matter what. Akaza! Now, how long have you been here? It's rude to eavesdrop, and that's no way to talk about me. I'm gonna strong arm Riku. We got ally here. You should be proud to tell her that the man dancing at the Tamagami ritual was you. Ah, he's gonna out him anyway. Shut up, you idiot. Huh? You can't keep it a secret forever. She is not a doll anymore, and it's free to roam around the island. Even if you try your best to hide it, she will find out eventually. Huh? Huh? You're the dancer? That's... You have stellar makeup on, dude. I guess his hairstyle does look similar. It is kind of a... his hairstyle is very weird. It's like short, but then also long. As I stared at Riku, my body was shaking. Whether from anger or embarrassment, I wasn't sure. The world is shook, girl. So the dancer is really Riku? Akaza and Riku know each other? I mean, as both potential leaders. Are you really the dancer? Ugh. It doesn't concern you. Don't ever come to the Blue District again. She can't. She has deliveries. Oh, he ran away. Oh, he's a shy boy. Wait. He was obviously not going to listen to me. He quickly boarded a nearby carriage and sped off. That was a very interesting conversation. It was not interesting. How long were you eavesdropping on us? From the beginning. I heard you too when I was passing by. You need to mind your manners, Mr. Director. My apologies. He straightened his collar, instantly returning to his Iron Mask demeanor. Can you explain to me what's going on? It's bad enough that it seems like you knew all this time. You wanted Riku to say it, but he was holding tight. It's a secret. Again, my apologies. It is a well-known secret that Riku is the dancer of the Tamagami ritual. Though well-known is contradictory. Would you care to explain? Usually it is the leader of the Blue who dances the Tamagami ritual, but after the passing of Lord Akon, his wife assumed the role of leader. The Tamagami ritual, too. Second definition. According to tradition, Shura must perform this ritual as leader of the Blue. However, as she is unable to use Batsu... Oh, Riku handles the ceremony in her place. Okay, that might be trouble if, like, she's the leader of the Blue but can't use Batsu. That's, like, their primary, like, color trait, right? That they hold so dear. However, elder sister does not possess the power of Batsu, which is why Riku performs the ritual in her place. Okay, learning more about the inner workings here. Riku is strictly working as in an interim capacity until he becomes leader, so his desire to keep his participation unspoken is understandable. I didn't know. Additionally, he is not the type to seek out glory for himself. I can see that. Then again, I don't exactly know much about him yet. It is so we can learn the duties of my role. I have already informed the military of this. He's with her so we can learn. Yeah, not as a lover, alright? Don't listen to canon. There's a rumor that Lord Riku is elder sister Shura's lover. You know canon just spout lies. I almost forgot. But I'm pretty sure that was just canon playing with me. I can't imagine someone sharing his hamburger with a mouse being elder sister Shura's lover. Ah, the duality of man. Well, I'm sure lovers are good at sharing, but... Wait, why am I thinking about this? Are you thinking of Riku sharing a hamburger with elder sister Shura? Imagine her just, like, laughing and eating burger. Tamagami involves using Batsu to send off one's soul in peace. Among the Blue, no, rather throughout the island's history, Riku is known for his superior command of Batsu. He's that talented? I studied alongside him at Nintoku University. We are close in age and have been friends for a long time. Kaza graduated from the university. Well, it's not surprising since he is a director. One of the first things my teacher told me that I couldn't go to school because I was a girl. So I tried to learn as much as possible. I know, luckily you had access to information. Through books, at least. At the manor, all alone. As a military soldier, he may be very strict in his interactions with you. But deep down, he is an honest and trustworthy man. Is he really that honest? Could an honest man like him be your lover? I think that's obviously not, like, that rumor's not true. My face felt strangely warm. All we were doing was talking about Riku. Still, I'm surprised Riku was the dancer all along. He had his reasons for concealing it, so please don't think badly of him. No, of course I won't. His explanation made a lot of sense, but... That's right. I've been praising him without restraint. Oh no, you're embarrassed now. I've been praising him to high heaven. All of it was the truth, but just thinking about it made me blush furiously. This is so embarrassing. I want to completely disappear from this world. Maybe I could throw myself into the whirlpools around Tenyo Island. Okay, that's an escalation there. It's just like when you embarrass yourself, like, I just want to fall in a hole. Ah, I forgot about the couple. Thank you for sharing that information, Akaza. I'll be heading over to Yomi now. Alright, maybe you'll pass by Riku. Like, hey, we know where you work. Buddy. Okay, I guess we didn't pass him at the gate today. Oh, we meet again. Done with your deliveries? Hiroba, were you and Yosoga toying with me? Right, they both knew too. Oh, whatever do you mean? Akaza told me everything. He told me that the dancer was Riku. Yeah, shucks. The cause has spoiled it already. Why, you? I knew it! It wasn't our intention at all. We were unsure whether we should tell you. I heard Riku rarely speaks about himself, so it would be wrong for us to discuss him, right? It's tough since he doesn't exactly go around telling everyone not to talk about him. I heard he has his own reasons, but still. Now, why don't I tell you more about Riku by way of apology? More about him? You're not fooling me again. Okay, that's the right answer. You're not fooling me again. Oh? So you don't want me to say any more about him? Now give me the deets. Give me the tea. Well, I guess I can listen if you really want to talk about him. Well then, where shall we begin? Oh, right. Did you know that he is the most expensive practitioner of the ritual? Expensive? Expensive? You mean as in money? Batsu's power varies depending on its user. Generally, the stronger the Batsu, the more beautiful the resulting show. I was speechless and could only stare at Yosoka. We like having very beautiful show crystals, soul crystals. Batsu is granted to the blue mostly. Yosoga put a strange emphasis on mostly. I mean, we know Himuka, he knows Batsu, and Byakuya knows Batsu, although she can't really control it too well. I felt as if he was talking about me, and I tried my best to suppress my agitation. There are a number of Batsu users on the surface, but none compare to Riku. He is brilliant, no doubt, and he was given the right to dance for the Tamagomi on behalf of their leader. No other can dance or use Batsu as he does. Those who employ him may see their loved ones transformed into an exquisite show and shine beautiful upon Lord Hiroko's shrine gate. Which is why everyone on the surface wants Riku to turn them into a shiny show when they die. Compared to the others, his rate is tenfold. What an odd thing to want. I know, stupid custom, right? The way those on the surface think can be rather scary. But I couldn't join in on their laughter, but I tried to absorb this new information about the island. Well, of all the things I mentioned, none were decisions of his own making. Which is likely why he's hesitant to reveal to others that he is a Tamagomi dancer. Oh. After all, Riku of the Blue is well known, even in Yomi, for his seriousness. That's understandable, that like boys can be embarrassed about dancing. Alright. I can understand that. These costumes are outrageous. No, let's not say that. Alright. I can understand that. Well, given his pedigree, good looks, and bright future, I would suggest him to be your husband, but... He can't go near women until his coming of age. Wait, is he not of age? Or are we talking about like a different ceremony here? What do you mean? I thought he was going to select a mate from a family with a strong line of blue offspring. I mean, I guess that would be difficult too. Like if you married Byakuya, you wouldn't be able to have blue offspring. All to protect the beautiful and precious blue. There was a delicate hint of sarcasm in his tone. Not everyone in the blue has the power of Batsu. Being born with it is a rarity. Among them, Riku's power is vastly superior, though not as strong as the Undertaker Himuka's. Himuka's takes effect within 10 seconds, While Riku is close to 30. We time him? We also have some who could use Batsu working at the hospital. Those guys and the other ordinary users take an hour to turn a person's soul into a show. So you see how special those two are. Okay, makes cleanup rather quick. I guess, yeah, they would work at a hospital if it involves, like, corpse cleanup. That much of a difference? A certain question came to mind. How much time would it take for my power to do that? Well, the only test subject you have is Doma's hand. Oh, ugh. They got the Doma ugh here. Gah. I wonder how, like, this sounds like agonizing groan of Doma. No, don't think about it. Riku's power is beyond ordinary, which is why he was selected to become the next leader of the Blue from an early age. Therefore, he must constantly train his body and soul, observing strict abstinence to avoid any impurity. Oh my, are we gonna just we're just gonna bust down the door and be like, hey, say bye-bye to that abstinence. Abstinence, the avoidance of sexual intercourse, often made with the intention of remaining pure of body and soul. Is that gonna, like, stop the power of Batsu? Maybe that's why the women of the white, right? The red calamity? Wait, was this the red calamity? Right, the one that, like, killed all the women on Tenyu Island. That why they couldn't use Batsu? Impurity? You mean... no love life, period. You can't marry until he's 30 years old. Wow, that old? You become a wizard at that point. What? Man, I'd kill myself if that were me. There's no way I'd make it to 30 without touching a woman. There you go again. Perhaps you should be the one abstaining for your own good. I tried to interject, but... you can't marry until he's 30 years old? Does that make you upset? And he can only choose females with strong blue traits. I've felt a wrestling deep inside my heart. Uh-oh, you have the feelings. I had never felt anything like it before. It was an emotion I couldn't seem to describe. Byakuya, don't do it. You're gonna stop him from becoming a wizard. I think I better get going. I stood shakily from my seat to leave as quickly as possible. It's like that kind of contradictory. They want to, like, spread around their blue traits, but, like, their best Batsu user, they, like, forbid him from, like, having any relations until he's 30. Like, given, like, as a man, I guess, like, you remain a little bit more viable, like, past that point, but, like, wouldn't they want him to make, like, as many babies as possible? Anyway. I finished delivering all the letters today, but I didn't feel like going back to the manor. I didn't want to go to the beach or the falls either. Until 30 years old. He's slightly older than me, right? Is he like, he's not 18, is he 20? So that means another 10 years, wow. Now you're gonna make or break that, aren't you? I guess he can't be my husband then. What? Wait, what am I thinking? Oh, Tension Hospital. Just wandered here. Oh. I apparently wandered over to the hospital. There's a memorial monument at the hospital for those who have passed away. His wish is to lay flowers there. I wonder if this is what he was referring to. What stood in front of me was too simple to be called a monument. The rugged stone had no inscriptions, and there were a few brown wilted flowers strewn at its base. I wasn't expecting the Ama no Miyashira, but I feel a little bit better taken care of, right? You gotta respect the dead. Was this how they treated those who were executed? No one would mind if I brought flowers here next time, right? Unable to take much more of the sight, I decide to leave when... Ah! I stumbled over my shoe and clumsily fell to the ground. Oh no! Ouch! I scraped my hand. I should go home and get it cleaned. Oh, hello? Sakyo. Are you alright? Is he gonna take me to the hospital? Remember the last time I said I wanted to go to the hospital? And then I got stabbed. His sudden appearance surprised me, but even more surprising was his unusual eye. What's wrong with his eye? It was much more than a simple eye patch. Looked like some kind of dangerous device. Your hand seems to be bleeding. Follow me inside. Huh? Is he gonna take a blood sample? I was like, this is my chance. Excuse me. Where are my manners? My name is Sakyo of the Violet. I am the head doctor at Tenshin Hospital. Okay, so he's of the Violet. I thought for sure he was like of the Blue, but... Yeah, you had a... I wonder if he's gonna have a role in this route. I thought he was gonna have more of a role in Kuroba's route, but maybe of like the Violet, he's kind of adjacent to the Blue. That can become infected if left untreated. We should have it cleaned right away. Oh, it's not that bad. What are you saying? I cannot overlook the injuries of Lady Olympia. Thank you very much, but really, I'll be fine. His voice was very calm and gentle. I was sure the expression on his face was gentle too, but I couldn't help but feel tense. Is that so? Understood. But if you do feel pain, or if it gets swollen, be sure to let us know. Alright, well, I'm not being too pushy. Thank you very much. Sakyo bowed to me, then walked slowly into the hospital. Alright, last route he was very desperate to like get blood sample, but now he's just like, alright, go on your way. The hospital? I remember Kuroba teasing me about my health. I'm gonna make sure I never need to rely on the hospital. Well, maybe I'll come just to lay some flowers. Alright, now it's nighttime. Back to the manor.
Hebe, you've been sighing a lot since you returned. Is something wrong?
I'm fine, Daifuku. I don't have a stomachache or anything. It's just... I feel really tired for some reason. You learned that your potential love interest can't do anything until he's 30. Are you willing to wait that long?
How unusual for you to say so.
I don't understand myself. I really don't know what's wrong with me now.
Come to think of it, Hebe, I believe I found someone perfect to be your husband. He didn't treat me poorly, and was even generous enough to give me food. His name is Riku. Judging by his color traits, I believe he's from the Blue. He is truly a good-hearted man. I'm sure he'll bring you happiness, Hebe.
He's just saying that because he got a hamburger. Say, Daifuku? I heard that Riku can't get married until he's 30 years old.
Huh?
Something about maintaining his purity? Oh, you're gonna take away his flower, aren't you? You're gonna just imagine like when the roles are reversed, like, ah! You're gonna ruin him for marriage, Byakuya. Daifuku suddenly stopped squeaking at me. Which means he's probably not a good candidate for me.
But...
Not that I really like him. No, I'd say I don't like him at all. But he was really kind to you, so I just thought it might be fun spending time with him. But that's all. So, try to get closer. Get closer! We'll break down those walls. It would be unflattering to him if that was the only reason I chose him, right? I looked at Tenyo Island floating in the darkness. Listen carefully and promise me. Promise me that you'll find your true love and live as happily as your mother has. I just know the other half of your soul is out there, somewhere in this world. My mother's words suddenly felt empty. When did I stop admiring those words? Daifuku, do you really think there's a soulmate waiting for me out there? Alright, next chapter. The Lunar Fairy Tale. We're gonna learn more about the Lunar Fairy? We've only heard like bits and pieces of it in other routes. Alrighty. Well, this chapter is also a little bit shorter, but that's okay. Oh, hello. Yellow Chamberlain has a word for us, but we'll have to listen to him in the next episode. Alright, well, I hope you guys are having a fun and relaxing time, and I'll see you in the next episode. Bye-bye.